Before borders, before flags, before the sea became something to conquer, there were those who listened to the ocean. Along the shores of what is now South and East Florida lived two nations bound by tide and star, the Tequesta and the Ayes. They were not lost at sea. They were guided by it. These were the coastal navigators, descendants of a forgotten maritime world remembered as Atlantis. Who were the Tequesta and Ayes? The Tequesta occupied the southern tip of Florida, where the Everglades meet the sea, modern-day Miami, Biscayne Bay, and the Keys. The Ayes lived along Florida's Atlantic coast, from Cape Canaveral to the Indian River Lagoon. These were not agricultural empires. They were ocean civilizations, masters of canoes, tidal currents, reefs, and estuaries. They lived in harmony with water, harvesting fish, shellfish, and sea mammals with precision. To them, the ocean was not chaos. It was a living map. Navigation by star, current, and memory. The Tequesta and Ayes navigated without compasses, without charts, without written maps. Instead, they read the stars. The wind, the color of water, the rhythm of waves. This is not primitive. This is Atlantean maritime science. Across the ancient world, from Polynesia to West Africa, elite navigator classes existed who memorized entire oceans. Atlantis, according to ancient accounts, was a seafaring civilization. The Tequesta and Ayes carried that inheritance, encoded not in books, but in blood and memory. Atlantis and the coastal lineage. When Atlantis fell, its navigators scattered to coastlines across the world. Florida, once higher land before rising seas, became a refuge. The Tequesta and Ayes show hallmarks of this lineage: deep coastal knowledge, trade routes, extending far beyond their territory, sacred relationship with sea life, stone tools and shell architecture adapted to marine life. Their canoe designs mirrored ancient ocean-going vessels. Their villages aligned with tidal cycles. Their spiritual practices honored sea intelligence. They were not stranded on the shore. They were guardians of the gateway. Shipwrecks, Spanish and silenced knowledge. When Spanish ships wrecked along Florida's coast, it was the Tequesta and Ayes who found them first. Sometimes they helped. Sometimes they resisted. Always they understood the sea better than any European. The Spanish called them wreckers. But the truth is deeper. These coastal nations understood currents that Europeans could not survive without them. Colonization brought disease, enslavement, and erasure. Coastal knowledge was dismissed. Maritime wisdom was replaced with domination, and the Atlantean sea lineage was silenced. The ocean still remembers the Tequesta and Ayes did not vanish. They were absorbed into the tide of history. Their blood flows in the Caribbean. Their knowledge survives in coastal traditions. Their memory lives in the sea itself. Every current off Florida's coast still moves as it did before Columbus. The ocean remembers its navigators. The gatekeepers of the sea. This is Atlantis, the stolen continent. This is the Tequesta and the Ayes, the coastal navigators, guardians of Atlantean sea knowledge. And this is the truth that washes ashore no matter how many times history tries to bury it. Subscribe to awaken the DNA of our ancestors.